Hey, Alex, buddy. Good question. I was just sitting in my office here doing a little bit of work, and I'm getting ready to do a Remax barbecue and a couple open houses this afternoon. But I thought I would answer your question, or try to answer your question for you, or just give you some food for thought. Because it's not just a yes or no question necessarily. So how is the condo market in Calgary? Is the condo market down in Calgary, or is it going down in Calgary? No one has a crystal ball, first of all, but let's take a look at what the stats are for year to year as of last month. So we are down, or sorry, yeah, we are down in sales by 7%. That's total sales, right? So we're down by 7% in total sales, but we're also up in new listings by 5%. So down 7% in the amount of sales and up 5% in new listings. So there's a lot less demand, but a lot more supply. So definitely a buyer's market as a whole in Calgary. Problem with that is you got little pockets here and there that seem to do a little bit better than others, and the numbers can be skewed. So really, when you're looking at whether you're looking at buying or selling, it's best to get the specifics of your area or the areas that you might be looking in. Now, inventory. So the inventory as of April, we're looking at, I think it was, what was it? It was 1851 this year. So 1851, and this is just apartments that we're dealing with right now, because there's with condos you got apartments, you got townhouses, you got row houses, you even got like bare land condos, which appears to be just a regular house, but it's the land is condominiumized. You're a lawyer, you know this already, so just explaining that to anybody else that might be watching this. So anyway, 1851 listings for apartments in April, as opposed to last year at this time 1693. And so again, supply is up and demand is down. So definitely a buyer's market that way. So let's now look at semi-detached. Semi-detached is actually down by 24% this April as opposed to last April, and they're actually up in new listings by 30%. Now, again, a lot of factors to look at. I mean, extended winter. Is the pipeline going to go through? If it goes through, does that change anything? Does oil being up right now change anything? And which pockets seem to be doing better than others? So last year in semi-detached there was 765. Or no, that's not where we're at right now. Sorry, 765 listings right now, and last year were 675. So again, more supply. Now, let's talk Northwest. Northwest communities are actually up in apartment sales by 40%. So that's vastly different than the whole narrative that if we looked at it as a whole. So they're up by 40%, and the new listings are up by 27%. So you got the more demand and less supply coming in. So really, there's so many different factors to look at. So why don't you give me a shout? We'll talk about what community you're looking at. If you're looking to buy or sell, what might be the better areas. And we'll go from there. Another quick stat, what you might be looking for. Some people like the hard numbers, the average sales price, which, again, you got to watch on average sales price, because what if, how's the luxury market doing, right? If the luxury market's doing great, those numbers are going to be way up, right, on average sales price, and you're going to think, well, geez, everything seems to have moved up by 10%, but it's really if the luxury market's doing good, or if the luxury market's doing horrible, where it did good in past years, you're going to have variance. So average price is a tricky one to look at it just at that alone. So you want to get more into the communities that you're interested in, whether you're looking to buy or sell. But anyway, saying that, the average price right now is actually down from last year by 5.6%. And that is the average selling price on an apartment condo is $286,300 and some. So let's just call it $286,000 is your average price. So if you have more questions or you want to give me a shout, you can reach me at 403-613-6359, and or even if you want to get into specifics and what areas might be doing better than others. So other than that, I will keep this to a short 6 minutes, and we'll end her there. Thanks again, Alex.